Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the past to uncover some of the most mind-blowing secrets of ancient civilizations. Forget what you learned in history class, we're talking about the stuff that makes you go, wait, what? So, grab your adventurer's hat, and let us journey back in time to explore 10 amazing facts you probably didn't know about the ancient world. Let's kick things off with a classic, ancient Egypt. We all know about the pyramids and pharaohs, but did you know that both men and women in ancient Egypt wore makeup? And it wasn't just for looks. They believed the thick, dark eyeliner, known as kohl, had magical healing properties and could ward off evil spirits and protect their eyes from the harsh desert sun. It was basically a combination of sunglasses, skin care, and a good luck charm all in one. Talk about a multi-purpose product. Next, let's sail over to ancient Rome. The Romans are famous for their engineering marvels like aqueducts and the Colosseum. But one of their lesser-known, yet equally impressive, inventions was a form of concrete so durable that some of their structures are still standing strong after 2,000 years. In fact, modern scientists are still studying the recipe for Roman concrete, which used volcanic ash, lime, and seawater. It could even set underwater, making it superior to many modern formulas. It is incredible to think that their ancient recipe could hold the key to building more sustainable structures today. Heading east, let's talk about the Indus Valley civilization, one of the world's earliest urban cultures. What's truly astonishing is their city planning. Cities like Mohenjo-Daro had incredibly sophisticated sanitation systems. We were talking about houses with private bathrooms and a city-wide network of covered drains, something that many parts of the world wouldn't see again for thousands of years. They were pioneers of urban hygiene, proving that a clean city was a priority even back in 2500 BCE now. For a fact that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, let's go to ancient Greece. You might have heard of the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient analog computer discovered in a shipwreck. This complex device, with its intricate system of bronze gears, was used to predict astronomical positions and eclipses for calendars and astrological purposes. It was so advanced that nothing of similar complexity is known to have been created for over 1,000 years. It's a stunning reminder that our ancient ancestors were not just thinkers and philosophers, but also brilliant engineers and astronomers. Let's travel to the Americas and visit the Maya civilization. The Maya were famous for their advanced writing system, art, architecture, and mathematical and astronomical systems. But here's a sweet fact: they were one of the first civilizations to discover and cultivate cacao, the plant that gives us chocolate. However, they didn't eat it in bars like we do. They ground the beans into a paste, mixed it with water, chili peppers, and other spices to create a frothy, bitter drink. It was considered a sacred beverage, a gift from the gods, often used in important ceremonies. So next time you enjoy a piece of chocolate, remember to thank the ancient Maya. Back to the old world, let's explore ancient China. Beyond the Great Wall and the Terracotta Army, the Chinese had a deep fascination with keeping time. They invented the world's first known mechanical clock in 725 AD, created by a monk and mathematician named Ji Crossing. It was a massive, water-powered astronomical clock tower, more than 30 feet tall, that chimed on the hour. It was a complex masterpiece of engineering and astronomy, hundreds of years before similar clocks appeared in Europe. Now for a fact about the Vikings. We often picture them as fearsome warriors with horned helmets, but that's actually a myth popularized by 19th century paintings. What's real, and perhaps more surprising, is their incredible navigation skill. They were masters of the sea, and recent archaeological evidence suggests they used special crystals, known as sunstones, to find the sun's position and navigate on cloudy days. These crystals would polarize light, allowing them to pinpoint the sun's location even when it was hidden, enabling them to cross vast oceans long before the invention of the magnetic compass. Let's head back to ancient Rome for another quirky fact. The Romans had a thing for cleanliness, and public bathhouses were a central part of their social life. But how did they get clean without soap? They would cover themselves in oil and then use a special metal scraper called a strigil to scrape off the oil, along with the dirt and sweat. It sounds a bit strange to us, but it was the peak of hygiene and a daily ritual for many. The bathhouses were like community centers, where people could exercise, socialize, and do business. Our ninth fact takes us to ancient Persia, specifically the Persian Empire under Cyrus the Great. This vast empire is credited with creating one of the world's first postal systems, the Chapar Khani. It was an incredibly efficient network of roads and relay stations where mounted couriers could switch to a fresh horse and continue their journey. Herodotus, the Greek historian, wrote about it with admiration, noting that neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. Sound familiar? It's the unofficial motto of the United States Postal Service, inspired by a system from 2,500 years ago. And for our final amazing fact, let's go to Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. We owe so much to the ancient Sumerians who lived there, including the invention of writing, the wheel, and agriculture. But did you know they were also some of the world's first brewers? Archaeologists have found evidence of beer brewing dating back to 3500 BCE. They even had a goddess of beer named Ninkasi. Beer was a staple of their diet, considered a nutritious and safe alternative to water, which was often contaminated. They even had dozens of different types of beer. So, the next time you enjoy a cold one, you're partaking in a tradition that's over 5,000 years old. And there you have it, 10 amazing facts that show just how innovative, strange, and wonderful the ancient world really was. From makeup with magical powers to ancient computers and chocolate-loving civilizations, the past is full of surprises. It just goes to show that there's always something new to learn, no matter how far back we look. Which of these facts blew your mind the most? Let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.